Back to HLN now, and there is Pamela Anderson. Okay, again, here's the story. She's at the Cannes Film Festival, and she has this new charity, animal rights charity. It also helps protect the environment, human rights as well. And then she unveils incredible revelations that she was molested by her female babysitter from ages 6 to 10. Age 12, she's sexually assaulted by her friend's boyfriend's older brother. And then one more incident she shares that she was basically, sounds like she was gang raped by her boyfriend, and then his friends had sex with her as well. So the question off of that is, as she's 46 now, why now? And this isn't to stir up controversy. This is just to find kind of what goes on with someone who's gone through such trauma. And Dr. Tiff is a perfect person to talk about this. Her psychotherapist and HLN contributor. So let's try and answer that for the folks out there. Why would now be the time for her to bring the truth out, these revelations?
Well, I look at that picture in particular of Pam, and I think over the past couple of, I guess, the year, the months, she's had these revelations, the shorter haircut, the getting back with her ex-husband, all of these changes have happened in her life, and I think she's at a point now where she's just reclaiming who she is and not letting abuse and things and trauma, past trauma, control her. She was at an event for this charity that she's been an animal rights activist and really heavy with PETA. And animals, as she said, were one of the safe havens for her. It's one of the few
Trusted
things,
animals, not humans.
Yeah,
right?
It's one of the few things in her life that she could trust, and she's always had a very strong connection. And I believe that this probably just came out. I don't know.
So you don't think it was a plan? Like, now's the time?
I don't necessarily know that it was planned, because it's not something that we're so methodical about sharing all of the time. Certainly, she probably knew a storm would be brewing after she did something like this, but why not now? Why not say something?
And in people that you've worked with,
yeah.
Is it, or maybe it's different with different people, where they know it's time to share, where sometimes it sounds like maybe it just comes upon somebody, and it's like, I got to get this out now.
Trauma, especially sexual trauma, tends to rear its ugly head at any given time. A lot of folks that I see, it'll come up 10, 20 years into their marriage. They've been going along fine, and then there's a sexual problem, or there's a relationship problem, and it dates back to some sort of childhood trauma. So this could happen at any given time, and certainly she's in a position now where she can say, you know what, I've done a lot of things in my life. I've made mistakes. People have made mistakes upon me, but look how I'm handling this now, and you can do it too if you've been through this.
So I think people would look at her life and say, with that kind of sexual trauma, why would you become a playmate? And, you know, for some, you'd think, well, you'd go the other way, and maybe you might be ashamed of your body.
Right.
I mean, how does that all work?
And it's different strokes for different folks. It's different for everybody, and some people respond kind of in a negative way, or what we would think might be a negative way in the sexual exploitation kind of realm. And that's a lot of times because they don't necessarily know the value of their body. Others haven't valued their body, and so they don't necessarily value it in the same way, or they may try to enhance their body in certain ways because they're trying to get certain types of attention that, in a weird, twisted sort of way, as a child, kind of gained them what they thought was positive attention, and they later on realized, not the kind of attention that I want. So I think she's grown a lot as a person, and I applaud her, because it's a very, very brave thing that she did.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the things that she shared is that she had a great family. Couldn't tell her mom, though.
Yeah.
What can we learn from that? Because isn't that the way that there's a shame that comes with that, and you don't tell people that want to hear and can help you the most?
Exactly. And, you know, her thing was her mom was so overburdened, working 2 jobs as a waitress, and had all these things going on. But I'm sure if her mom had known, she'd have done something about it. But as kids, with that kid, in our adult mind, we know better, right? But as a kid, you're thinking, I don't want to upset the apple cart. I don't want to make mom more stressed out than she already is. I want things to go smoothly. I'll keep this. I'm not going to burden mom. And for any mom out there, it is never a burden to tell me that something's going on with you. So I would encourage parents certainly to have the talk, those uncomfortable talks with their kids, and certainly try to have them before something happens, so that they know when something does happen, you can come to me about anything. It doesn't matter what I have on my plate, because you are my #1 priority.
Good stuff there. Dr. Tiff, good seeing you.
Good seeing you, too.